If you're new to our From the Pasture podcast, this is one of our special pre-sale episodes. Our regular shows feature ranch stories, breeder interviews, and cattle knowledge, but today we're focusing specifically on this weekend's Texas Longhorn sale.
So if you're wanting to learn more about Texas Longhorn cattle markets, or you're a registered Texas Longhorn breeder looking to expand your herd, you'll want to tune in to today's episode. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Molly. We're the owners of Hired Hand Software and Hired Hand Live, and we're excited to bring you a closer look at this upcoming sale.
In today's episode, we'll be talking with the sale host about consignments, sale details, and what to watch for in the ring.
You can view consignments at hiredhandlive.com and, in most cases, visit the consignor's Hired Hand powered websites to learn more. Now let's jump into this weekend's sale preview.
I'm here with Scott and Amelia Picker, the sale host for the upcoming Oregon Trail sale in Futurity, which is held in Dundee, Oregon. Amelia, Scott, and I will be talking about the sale details, sponsors, consignors, and of course, the consignments. As we talk about the consignments, you can follow along on hiredhandlive.com. And if you want to dig deeper, take a look into consignors' websites powered by Hired Hand. So let's get into it. How are you both doing today?
We're doing well.
For those that may not know you, want to take a second and introduce yourselves?
My name is Scott Picker with A&S Land and Cattle. We're here in the beautiful Oregon, and we're the host of the sale, and this is my wife.
I'm Amelia. We lived here in Dundee most of our married lives. I'm a small animal veterinarian, Scott's a landscaper, and we've got our little herd of Longhorns that have taken our hearts.
Not only is she a small animal vet, but she's also our Longhorn vet. So not by choice, but by necessity, correct? And I'm her worst client, as she will always tell me.
Funny. Well, and every time we go out to your place, the where you have the Thursday night pizza gathering, I always see all of these plants. And the first year, I assumed that it was Scott that had the green thumb because, owning the landscape company, that would make sense. But it turns out it's Amelia.
So I don't do house plants.
Cool.
She does. Mine are outside.
Well, and your outside gardens are also beautiful. But I was really surprised at a whole wall of plants. I was like, dang, look at them go. But they're cool. They're cool. Okay, so this year is, you have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the 5th year that you've hosted the sale.
6th year.
6th year.
6th, yes.
The 5th year of hosting.
No.
Oh.
The 6th year of hosting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
We missed 2020. 2020 was supposed to be our first year.
Okay. Yeah.
COVID canceled it.
Well, yes, 2020. Yes. So you typically every year, it seems like every year that you have the sale, you add something on for all of us. The first year we all started out in the barn, everyone was sitting on hay bales and that type of thing. The next year you added on, I don't know if it was animal pens. Then one year you added on the big cover where, the covered portion now. Anything new and exciting for us this year?
Lots of things, lots of changes. So we added that whole back heifer futurity section that's all covered now permanently, which then after the heifers leave becomes my hay barn. So it's kind of convenient.
Yeah.
We did just recently purchase a dairy, so maybe it'll move down the road a little ways next time because it's 55,000 square feet under one roof, which would be kind of cool. But for this year, we kind of kept it a little more tame. We really focused on getting just things polished up. We added an equipment shed, which doesn't matter to you guys, but I hide all my junk in there. So don't open any of those doors.
It's like the closet in your house that you just don't want people to open, right? Everything will come tumbling out.
Exactly. Yep.
Funny. Well, let's get into this year's schedule of events. Tell us what happens on Thursday.
Thursday, we have cattle unloading all day. And then as a little kind of fun thing for our consignors and sponsors, we have a dinner. Angelina Faye makes pizzas in our pizza oven and just cranks them out all night long while consignors are showing up. We always have some stragglers from far away. And so we try to keep the pizzas going until the last cows show up. So it's been fun.
On that, it is pretty fun. People get to pick their own ingredients as they go, and then she cooks them up. It's pretty fun. And along that, you had mentioned the gardens. Our gardens are right there. And then what we have on that is people can play cornhole. We'll have a bunch of cornhole set up. And then as people drop off cattle this year, we have our beverage station. So if they're waiting, they can wait in comfort. And then also we're going to provide the gift bags for everybody from the Texas Longhorn Heritage Foundation.
Nice. That's a nice touch this year. Well, let's talk about Friday. Right away in the morning, we go on a wine tour. What time does all that start?
We're gathering at the barn at 9:45. We'll get to the first winery around 10. And then we've got 2 wineries on the list this year, both in Dundee. First one is Lang Winery. They're putting together a little fancy tasting for us. And then we're going to go over to Purple Hands. Angelina's making lunch and setting out a spread. And then we'll be tasting there and heading back for the Futurity.
On the wine tour, that is sponsored by DCT Cattle.
Yeah.
And I just want to put this as a public notice. Chris needs to be on time for his own sponsored event.
Whoa. Good luck, Scott. Well, that's funny. So then after we're done with the wine tour, we come back and there's a seminar. What's the seminar about this year?
So our daughter got pretty involved this year with our sale, which is really cool to see your kids mature and also just like the hobby you like. So she took it upon herself to start trying to find a different kind of education and what people were asking for. She called a bunch of breeders. She said, hey, they want to talk about animal nutrition a little bit more. So she got a hold of Purina and got them to send out a guide to talk about minerals specific to encouraging horn growth and overall health of the cattle. So there'll be a Purina sponsor or Purina rep at our place giving a presentation. It's only going to last about half an hour, but should be full of good information for any of us.
And then after that, the Futurity starts.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yes, and the Futurity continues to grow. And I think, one of the best things about the Futurity, we're so far removed from everyone else, we got to make it worth their while. So when we have sponsors stepping up to give $10,000 for the Grand Champion Bull, I mean, people really discount that. Like they don't think about it. That's a huge amount, a huge commitment by that. So Twisted Horn has done it for years and they're going to continue to do it. I love that. They also are really active in purchasing the animals that after the sale from the Futurity. So it's pretty exciting to see them continue to grow with us and to sponsor that. And then this year, Randy Murray, he was disappointed that we didn't have as much for the heifers. So he put in $5,000 for the heifers. So now the $5,000 heifer Futurity is covered as well. So that's pretty exciting. We love that they buy into this and enjoy it. It's just such a fun time to have the Futurity going. It continues to grow for us, especially the bulls. And then on top of that, we got belt buckle sponsored.
Yeah, Ryan Tewksbury was asking, well, how come you only have belt buckles for the Grand Champion? That doesn't make sense. I chased the buckle. So we said, okay, well, we don't have a sponsor for the buckles because I'll do it. So it was that was at the Fort Worth sale. So we're keeping our fingers crossed. The buckles say they're just in polishing and should be shipped soon. So we might have them here by the sale, but we'll definitely get them to the winners of each class. We have one for each class, one for the Grand Champion. So
yeah, it was pretty fun to see how that developed. Ryan's a friend of ours, and I didn't realize his slogan for their joint company was "We came for the buckles." And when we didn't have class buckles, he's like, "Hey, you guys got to do something about this." So I told him to kind of put his money where his mouth is, and he did right away. I hate asking people for money. That's the least favorite part of this whole for any of that. And it costs a lot to put these shows on. So it was kind of fun to just see that one was easy. He's sitting right next to me in the truck and he says, yep, I'll do it. All you have to do is ask.
Oh, it's perfect. That worked out well. And you speak of classes. How many classes do you have this year?
12 classes.
12 classes. And there are 38 bulls.
32 bulls.
32 bulls and 49 heifers. So
very nice.
A chance of winning, better than the lottery, right?
That's facts. Who are your judges this year?
We have Michael Landis coming from Missouri, Greg Cott coming from
Ohio,
Pennsylvania or Michigan.
Ohio.
Up there. Ohio, that's right. We've got Andy Brooks coming from New York. Jeremy McCulloch is coming from Eastern Oregon. And last but not least is Devin Culpepper. Oh my gosh, coming from Texas. So it should be a good, well-rounded group.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking forward to
So one thing I know that has been going around is saying, make sure we have qualified judges, make sure we have qualified judges. We really took the time to ask like people that we trust their opinions of and that are active in the industry, kind of know what's going on. And we actually have a diversity of people. So it's kind of fun. It'll be interesting to see how some of these guys judge versus other places. But I just think that they're all very well qualified and they'll give us their perspective. And that's all we're asking for from a judge is give us your perspective and see how the chips lie.
And then after the Futurity, the awards and dinner and music, where is that taking place?
That's all here at the ranch. The dinner will be in the barn. Well, be served in the barn, and then we'll probably be seated outside in the L barn with the music out there. We have a different band this year, but we're excited. Our previous band was booked, but Rebecca and Wes searched around and found another great country band. So we'll have them performing live music. We've got drinks flowing all night long. We've got Caballero Catering back. They took one of our Longhorns and he went and saw it hanging to the butcher and decided what cuts he wanted and got it all custom. It's going to be a full Longhorn dinner with Longhorn several ways.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to see the people's professions really come out. The catering company is a friend of ours, and he loves to be not typical, and so he is making Longhorn, like she said, 5 ways, all the side dishes, all that. But he is very. He was here last year and did such a great job. We wanted to make sure people got another chance at it.
Yeah.
And then, as far as when you tell them they're going to eat in the barn, it's not like we're a bunch of cows. It's an event center, so we can eat up at there, and then we just move downstairs to the bar and over to the dance floor. The bar is going to be manned by my brother-in-law, who just retired from the Marines. So we will keep people not too, of course. That way they can bid the next day.
Nice. Well, and the food in Oregon never disappoints. It's always delicious, no matter what it is. So we're excited to see what it is this year.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Amazing.
Okay, so that brings us to Saturday. What time does the sale start on Saturday?
Sale starts at 1:00. It gives us time to kind of, if there was too much partying the night before, wake up, look at the cows, talk to the consigners, talk to the buyers, and get ready for the 1:00 sale. And then it ends late enough that we're ready to kind of head right on to dinner at our local Mexican restaurant here in Dundee.
So on that, it's really hard, as you know, Jamie, to get the right time for the East Coast, Central, the Pacific Coast. So 1:00 seemed to be pretty good. I know it kind of cuts into the middle of the day for people in Texas and on the East Coast, but what they can do is do all their chores in the morning and then add to their herd in the afternoon.
Exactly, right. And maybe in true Oregon fashion, they could sit down with a glass of wine and enjoy the sale.
And maybe 2 or 3 glasses of wine if you really want to do Oregon tradition, right?
Exactly, right?
Hey, I've bought cows off of Hired Hand live when we were in Mexico. So I'm not asking much. Come on.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so who do you have for sale day contacts if somebody has a question?
So if they're really hard questions, Dan Huntington, because we know he can field them, right? If it's questions about logistics and things like that, you can call myself or Amelia. If you have updates and things like that, we can talk to Adam Clark, which all their phone numbers will be available to everybody. I think that's the best route, unless you can think of anyone else.
No, I think that's it.
Our daughter Emily will be running the loading and unloading, and she's done it for years. So she'll be another good contact. And her number is not in you call me, then I'll call her.
This year, who did you choose for the pedigree reader and auctioneer?
This year, auctioneer is the same. We're using Dan Huntington again this year.
He just does a great job for us every year. Just a fun guy and realistic. And yeah, we love having him.
And then finding a pedigree reader willing to travel to Oregon is not the easiest thing, but Adam Clark is willing to come all the way from the East Coast. So we're happy to have him. We've been at a couple of futurities. He's emceed, and he's done a great job. I know he's a little nervous about doing a sale, but he's going to do great.
He's going to do an
Really
awesome
cares.
job. He really has been studying the catalog front to back, calling me with questions, texting me with questions. He is going to do a great job for the people that have their consignments in our sale. I think he's a class act. He's fun, but he also knows his stuff. So it's great.
And you said your daughter was working in the back. What about haulers? Do you have any haulers lined up that are willing to?
Yes, you bet. So Cody James is hauling to Oregon real soon, and then he's just going to stick around to also haul back to Texas. Dino Libart is also available. He makes trips every week to Texas, so he is ready to go, and he just lives here just outside of Oregon. So he's ready to go as well. And then there is another hauler, which came by surprise, and it's kind of a fun thing. So Patrick Hingler, he is going to be hauling as well. Any of his consignments that are purchased, he'll haul back to his farm or ranch for you. So, and I'm sure that if we really twist his arm, we could get other cows out there if they're close by the Fort Worth area.
Perfect. Well, let's talk about your sponsors. We mentioned New Age, DCT, and Twisted Horn. Who are your other sponsors for the year?
We have tons of sponsors, and let me go to the page. I do want to start with thanking Northwest Veterinary Services, which is Rebecca. Dr. Rebecca has been awesome for us. Dr. Rebecca Jacob. She and her husband Wes have done the band for the last 2 years, I believe. Mm-hmm. And we're excited. We didn't even ask them. They called us and said, hey, we'd like to sponsor a band. And so we started our search with them, and they did a great job of interviewing people and getting the right fit for us. So we'd like to thank them. Yep. We didn't thank them earlier. Other sponsors hit Amelia. Let's see.
Don't want to forget anyone. So
we're going to start from the top. The McIntyres are gold sponsors. They've always been very supportive of our sale. We really appreciate them. The Fays, not only are they silver sponsors, they've also sponsored classes. They sponsor the lunch for the wine tour. They also sponsor me half the time. They are just great people. They really help with our sale. So I don't just consider them sponsors. They are partners in this. And they should be, because they're the ones that handed this sale off to us. So, but they've been great. And a newcomer this year, KDK, sponsored silver sponsors and put some cows in our sale. We really appreciate that. We love their genetics, so it doesn't come to any surprise. We'll probably be bidding on a couple of their cows, but we really appreciate that they stepped up for us and became sponsors.
Yeah. Then we got Sillers from California. Mac and Andrea stepped up and sponsoring again. They're silver sponsors. Let's see. We've got Clark's, Nicole and Tim Clark. They're sponsoring the bar again, so alcohol's covered throughout the event. We've got Crown Creek with the Buckles, the two, Randy Murray and Just Twisted Horn for the Grand Champion Futurity. And then DCT sponsoring the wine tour, and Diamond B is stepping up and doing the Friday night dinner. So that's covered, free for anybody who's here. We love to just throw a big party. And are looking forward. Oh, and they also sponsor the honey buckets.
Most importantly,
we have bathrooms up in the barn, the event barn now, so we don't have to have it up there. So it'll be down at the cow barn all weekend long, the nice trailer.
Yes. When you're in air-conditioned porta potty, you can thank Diamond B. So we appreciate that very much.
Thinking about hosting your own online sale?
With Hired Hand Live, you can run a standalone internet auction right from your ranch. No travel, no weather concerns, no space limitations.
You have the animals? We handle the technology.
It's stress-free, secure, and designed for livestock breeders.
Start your own sale at hiredhandlive.com. Well, let's talk about the consigners this year. Is there anybody besides KDK that is a new consigner this year?
Yeah, KDK was definitely a newcomer.
Mike Knight is consigning for the first time. He's a local Longhorn breeder.
And Del Porto Ranch out of California is also a first-time sponsor, and they're young, excited about Longhorns. It's like the perfect new Longhorn breeders. I just love it. They ask questions, they listen, they're learning a lot. So I love that they're putting a heifer in our sale. And I think all the rest have been back before.
I think this. Oh no, that's right. She can send that.
Yeah. So I think those are the
Jay Borealis.
Oh, Jay Borealis. So a new guy to Oregon as well. I think he's been the volume buyer. He was the volume buyer last year at our sale. He's bringing back one of his beginning ones, just like all of us. He bought it from me, so it's kind of but
she's a beautiful.
She is awesome, and he's like, I don't really want to sell anything. And then I talked him into this cow because I said, hey, you got to put something nice out there. Otherwise, they're going to have you're going to get a bad reputation. So he did. So that was pretty nice of him. And he's been really active as not a sponsor of the sale, but a sponsor of the Futurity. So great guy there. We love having those two new people. And the excitement that they bring is kind of one extreme to the other. He's at the end of his career where the Del Portos are at the beginning of theirs. So it's kind of fun.
Well, it's also nice that your regional sale is doing what you were meant for it to do, right? Is to bring new people to the breed in your area. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see how that has become more prevalent, easier to do, and all that. People start to know about it. Then they realize they have an outlet for their good cows. They also realize they don't have to travel to Texas to sell cows. But it's also fun for us to have a hub here. And I'll give a shout out to my friend Corey Waymont. He is also doing one this fall in Utah, which is fairly close as well. So he'd be the closest sale on the West Coast to us. And I hope he's very successful. We're going to support him. I think it's great that, all across the U.S. having Longhorn sales is great for all of us, I think.
Definitely. Well, should we get into it and talk about the consignments?
Okay.
All right. Do you have any scratches that you know about right now?
Yes. So you know them too.
I just want to make sure I got them right.
There were a couple of scratches because the embryos didn't take, which we super appreciate. Those farms or ranches stepping up and saying, hey, we're not getting them to take. We would like to put something else good in. And they did. They stepped up even bigger. So that was
good. We've got some good subs coming. And then we've got, I think everything that's scratched has got a sub. Or anything that...
Everything scratched, they've subbed something. And we will have sub sheets available on the day of the sale, as well as I'm sure you guys are updating them on Hired Hand.
Yep. The ones that we have updated right now are lot 19, and then lot 43 and lot 48 for anyone who wants to go take a peek at the subs that are out there right now.
Correct. And there's one more lot, lot 32.
That we're still waiting
to get the updated one on, but we'll get that soon. And then I think that's all of them. KDK had one as well, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
They've been so great about communicating with us. And so then they put in something even better. And I was pretty excited about that. But I think that is lot...
it's a
right there, lot number 13.
Okay. Well, while we're talking about KDK, they have another lot in the sale, which is lot 10, that Seaman lot.
Yes. That I'm sure is going to sell well. Obviously that bull has done well for almost anyone that uses it. They reached out to us and said, do you think that'll do well? I said, yes, that will do very well. And the other cool part is if you live in Texas or New York or on the East Coast, it doesn't matter. It's pretty easy to acquire that semen and then get it shipped to you, right?
Right.
So that was pretty smart on their part, but it's just a great offering. So we're really appreciative of that. That bull has done wonders. And I have a couple of heifers, and I thought about making sure people see them up close so they can say, look at that. That's great bull.
Hercules.
Perfect. Well, let's talk about the choice lot in the sale, which is lot 32, A and B. I believe that's from you all, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you selling both of them? Or are you just selling one? How's that going to work?
We would like to sell just one. I mean, these are, I'm already in trouble for putting them in there. But we would like to keep at least one of them. If I guess if the person pushed enough, we might give up both of them. But we love black and white. A lot of people love black and white. I get that, but black and white with horn is pretty exciting. And then some great new genetics from Hudson in our breeding program from a bull named Full Time, which is a Django son. And so they're fun. They're fun heifers. They're really easygoing. They've been best friends forever. There's actually the three amigos was what we always called them in the field. So one of them didn't quite get the horn, but those two did. So we're pretty excited about those two, and we're allowing someone to take the option of which one they want.
Very nice. So let's talk about the donation lot that you have again this year.
The donation lot is brought to us by Alex Dees. She said, I'd really like to do the donation this year. So we were happy to have her genetics as our donation lot. It's not a scrubby little, weak Longhorn. It's got great genetics, great breeding. She did say, I can't get a good picture of her, but we saw her in person. She is stunning. She just doesn't like to lift her head up when she's photographed. So
she's awesome. Yeah.
We're excited to have her here because we're using the funds, all the funds from that sale go straight to the Texas Longhorn Heritage Foundation, which is a foundation that helps our Longhorn friends when they have disasters come up or illnesses come up and they can't quite make ends meet. They step in and help.
Yeah. And, for new breeders listening to this, it's very important to know that sometimes on these donation lots, it's not required. It's not maybe expected, but a lot of times they'll turn them. And so it'll go for a certain amount and then they'll say resell it and it'll go. And then, if it goes for too long, it starts to get boring. So then Dan will stop it and say, this is the last chance, right? No more donations. This one you take home. And so I think a lot of times that's not said, and new people don't know that. And then the cow goes really the first time. We'd love to see people donate through this cow. So this will be good. Or this heifer. She's a good heifer. You'll be proud to take her home. But at the same time, we're also trying to get some donations for the Texas Longhorn Heritage Foundation.
Well, and if typically too, I guess, I'm not sure if you're going to handle it this way or not, but if people do want to still donate to the Heritage Foundation, but just at a different dollar amount, they're always welcome to donate whatever they can.
Yeah. We've helped lots of people with that, or that fund. It's been great. I'm on that board with a bunch of other great people, and it's just amazing to see. Like, we don't tell people unless they're willing to put their name out there who we help. But I will tell you, we've helped a lot of people, and it is touching to see their appreciation and their gratitude towards something like that. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Okay. Your favorite part of the podcast, catalog roulette. Are you ready?
It's the rough part. You're going to have to, I'll yield to Amelia on most of these because she's the one that puts everything in the computer.
Maybe we should have a phone a friend and you can call Adam. Okay, are we ready? Let's start with lot 2, BRB Little Susie from Horizon View.
Okay. BRB Little Susie is a nice young 3.5-year-old, I believe.
Yeah.
She is gorgeous and has the horn. She's, I think, was 80 inches at 3.5, and still obviously growing. She's a solid cow from some breeders in Tillamook, just close to Bob Larson, and use his and Dr. Rebecca's services a lot. A lot of their cows were from embryos and AI, and so they put together a great genetic herd in a very short period of time with that. So she's a beautiful cow.
The next one we'll stop on is lot 8 from Fay Longhorns, Tough Nicky FL.
So I'll take that one because we're really good friends with the Fays, and we get to see their herd all the time. So we get to request certain animals, and this was definitely one of the tops of my list. Tough Nicky FL, she's just a young heifer, or not young. She's bred now. She probably has a calf at side. I think she has a heifer calf at side, correct? Yeah, I'm almost positive she does. Yes. We were out wine tasting with them, and they took us out into the field, and we got to see her again, and we don't regret them putting that cow again. She is awesome. Great tip to tip and black and white. So, I mean, what more can you ask for? Oh, a heifer calf at side.
Perfect. Well, the next one we'll talk about is lot 12 from McIntyre's JM5 Silent Potion.
She is a gorgeous little heifer. Jeremy actually wanted to make sure he had enough room in his trailer for his Futurity animals. So he shipped her and his other consignment up last week with Dino. And we've had her in our pasture and she just shines. It's kind of sneaky the way they put the cows in our pasture and we don't really want to let them go. So then we end up, but no, she's gorgeous. I would not mind keeping her in our pasture permanently. Well-bred. She's got silent iron as her grandma and
Drag iron.
Drag iron. I mean, she's just a well put together heifer. Beautiful. I love everything about
Friendly as can be.
Oh yeah, she'll treat straight out of your hand.
Yep.
Well, and the next one we'll stop on is lot 18 from Corey Waymont. Dilly
Okay,
Dally.
so that's Dilly Dally. Yeah. I know that one because Corey was awesome. He was one of the first to consign. And I really appreciate that because it gets us a lot of time to kind of look at them and get to know the cow on paper really well. And then you get to watch him do the updates and the measurements and all that on this heifer. And she is killing it. She is doing a great job. Her current tip to tip, I forget, but I know she was well over 60 at 2 years old. Just a great heifer, brindle, beautiful, and bred to PCC Jackrabbit, right?
Yep.
And so, I mean, I won't guarantee a black and white calf, but that'll be pretty exciting.
Let me scroll a little bit farther here. Let's do lot 23 from DCT.
Miss Etta. We actually got the chance to visit Chris's ranch down in Texas after the Glendenning sale. The legacy sale.
Yeah.
Went down there, gave us a tour of the whole pasture, and said, "Now this is the one I'm thinking of for your sale." I'm like, okay, I'd love to see her in Oregon. Thank you. So, I'm excited to have her up here. We have not gotten to see her in Oregon yet. He's bringing her up when it comes, but she's a stunning, just beautiful little white and red brown calf. Shines out in the field. And
laid back horns, like straight back when she was younger, still pretty far back. He posted a video yesterday, I believe, of her walking through the field, seeing how calm she is, but just a really cool backward twist horn. I think she's going to continue to roll over and just be an awesome heifer.
Some of the strongest advocates for the Texas Longhorn breed aren't breeders yet. They're young people who already love these cattle.
For 30 years, the Longhorn Project has given students a chance to raise, care for, and show Texas Longhorns, while also learning agriculture, business, leadership, and responsibility.
It's a program that builds confidence, character, and the next generation of cattlemen and cattlewomen.
As they celebrate 30 years in 2026, learn how you can support their mission or get involved at thelonghornproject.com.
The next one is lot 28 from Sillers.
Ooh, a big horn cow. I know I've already got a lot of calls on this. Huh?
a big-bodied girl. Too.
Big-bodied girl, big-bodied cow. I think in the mid to upper 90s. We've gotten a lot of calls on this one. So it's pretty exciting. Sillers have been great to us. They're friends and they're just south of us in Northern California, and they're not afraid to bring good stuff. And I love it. And, they're bringing, just a lot of cows with great genetics. It's just awesome to see how their program has really been amazing to watch develop, and in a quick fashion. We've been in the industry longer than they have, and boy, they passed us up quick. I just love the quality of the cows. I really appreciate that they brought us some good ones.
The next one is, let's go to Bob Larson, lot 30.
Utopia. So Utopia is a beautiful cow in her own right, but Bob, being Bob, didn't want to bore us with just a beautiful cow. He decided to put an embryo in her. And so she comes with the embryo calf outside. It's already been born. Beautiful. Out of Midas Touch and Butterfly, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
CR Butterfly. So it's a gorgeous package. Mom's not bad on her own, but add an embryo from Midas Touch and Butterfly, and she's just going to knock it out of the park. I hope. She's amazing.
Typical nutty professor Bob Larson doing it again. But honestly, that Butterfly cow, I mean, she's so iconic. He's done so well with her. And then putting Midas Touch on that, that's pretty awesome. So, and the calf is already on the ground and pretty, so that's kind of nice. No one has to guess what it's going to look like. Yeah. It's right there. So that'll be great for people to see in person or online.
The next one we'll talk about is from Jason Hardy, lot 37.
Yeah, so Jason is bringing us a Jimmy Jones bred cow, just a big, soggy cow. She's big, like big, wide-bodied girl. And she's got my favorite kind of twist, that low Texas twist, right? So it does take time for those to develop, and she's developing nicely. She's right around the 80-inch mark, I believe, and just doing a great job. Solid cow, good mama. He showed us offspring, doing a great job with that cow. I'm happy to have her in our sale, and she's just high quality, solid cow.
Gorgeous.
And this next one, we'll just stick here right in Oregon, and we'll talk about Tim and Nicole Clark's lot 41.
Yes.
Another one that they had her in Texas, and so they shipped her up from Texas a little early, so she's been in our pasture. And another one that just shines out there. She's got the cool markings on her face, well built, solid body. Just an overall amazing little heifer.
Super well bred. One of the things I love about, like, one thing for sure is, you got your red and whites, but then you got that deep, deep red. Pictures do not do her justice. She is deep red, just smooth as could be. Every time I go out in the field, she's just kind of posing. So great looking heifer. We really appreciate that offering. And she came from his embryo program. So it's a valuable heifer. She will do well.
Well, in this next one, as I was flipping through the catalog, she caught my attention. Whoever took this picture, I don't know which one of you took this, but it's lot 44. It's an excellent picture of her.
Wow. Can you say that again?
Wait, Scott, did you take the picture? I take it back.
It's obviously me.
I took that picture. This girl is a sweetheart. And the cool thing about her is she has a heifer cap inside that's going to look just like her. It's pretty exciting, out of Speckled Cowboy. And we know that Speckled Cowboys really perform for us and for other people as well. We're excited about this heifer for someone. We'll be watching that thing develop. We bought Mary Holly for when she was quite a bit younger, and we have loved to see her develop. She is awesome. She's got that low Texas twist that I was telling you I love, and hopefully she'll throw it on with Speckled Cowboy having his twist. We should have a pretty impressive twisty baby on there.
Well, the next lot we'll talk about is lot 50 from 1886, Patrick Hengler.
HR Chamois is a beautiful red cow. We actually did get to see her in Texas as well when we went to Patrick's Ranch. Just nice young girl, well built, solid red, which I'm kind of partial to. I know some people don't like them, but I like them. She's got a lot of horn for her age. She's just doing well. We're excited to have her up here at the sale.
Yeah, don't let that plain red fool you. Not only that, she's bred to who? I forget.
She's should have a calf side by Midas Touch.
Yep.
And then exposed back to dark dust.
Oh, yeah. Back to dark dust. I mean, look at that. Just the calves alone are going to be awesome. But not only that, her tip to tip at her age is amazing. So she's got great tip to tip, solid body. She's solid red. So I know my wife will be bidding on her.
I do like my red dress.
Well, and it wouldn't be an Oregon sale without a consignment from Alex Dees. We'll talk about her lot 53.
Yes. So we got to pick this one out ourselves. Alex is a good friend of ours, and we toured her field and we picked out a bunch, and it was fun. That lady is an amazing person, number one, but an amazing breeder, number two. She has done such a great job with that program and helping put Oregon on the map. So we're very appreciative of her. But when we went out through her field, she says, pick what you want. Pick what you think is going to do well. And so we did. And it was fun. It's like a little kid in a candy store. It's kind of hard to say, like, I want this and that. But at the end of the day, this pearl strand we loved. The color is amazing. I don't even think it's going to do it justice on the Higher Dan live site, but maybe it will show up. But she's incredible. Great horn growth. I think she has a calf at side now, right?
She should, yeah.
She should by now. I don't know what that is. Unfortunately, I wish I would have done my homework for that. But you'll know a sale date, but she is awesome. Alex brought us a bunch of really good ones. So that'll be exciting to see how she does. We just think the world of her program, and to have a great heifer like this has been pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And then that brings us to Sunday. What time does everyone need to have the cattle out on Sunday?
We'll have Emily down working the barn with her crew from 8 to 11. If, for some reason you need to stay late or need a cow or you're staying for the weekend, we're happy to house them an extra day for the sale. But for the animals that are purchased and shipping out, we're hoping to have most of those gone by 11. So Emily can come along and hang out with us and celebrate.
Yeah.
Right?
And if they don't get out by 11, that is not an issue. Just let us know ahead of time. That's fine. We're pretty flexible. We've had a great hay year, so we're willing to house people's animals for a little bit longer if we need to. Our main goal is to make sure people are comfortable, happy, and having a good time for our sale. I don't want them to stress over leaving right at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
It's not like checkouts at 11 a.m. where we keep your cow, which that could be a good option for us.
Could work out for you.
No, we have enough, I promise.
Well, is there anything that we have not talked about that you want to make sure we mention?
I just want to hit back on the Futurity a little bit real quick. It's exciting. We want to continue to see that grow. We want to, $10,000 purse for the bull, $5,000 for the heifer is pretty exciting. We make nothing on that. We just love to see it out there. We feel like it's worth driving to Oregon for. And so even if you didn't make it this year, maybe consider it for next year.
Definitely. Well, thanks for joining us, and make sure to check out the Oregon Trail sale consignments ahead of sale day and follow us for more updates. Until next time.
See you soon.